everybody. Welcome to this week's show. Tonight we have improv guests with us. We have Swith and No from the Village Idiots. He's going to tell us a little bit about what the Village Idiots do, what improv is, and what we can do to get involved. We're going to see a video, and we're going to have some fun at the end of the show. So, welcome, Swithin.
How you doing, Ange?
I'm doing good.
It's been a long time since we've seen.
I know. So I just wanted to spread the word. I used to do improv, and I wanted to let everybody know what improv is because it really is a lot of fun. So what can you tell us? What is improv for those of us that don't know? Okay,
improv is the art of being spontaneous. It is, usually it comes out of the theater tradition. Most people kind of confuse it for stand-up comedy. Whereas stand-up comedy, you stand up and you have your jokes pre-planned and you put a microphone, you kind of wow the audience. With improv, you come up with other people, you ask a suggestion from the audience, and then you actually perform whatever they've suggested. So there's no real planning.
Right.
One of the misconceptions is that I've constantly am asked the question, do you rehearse? Why do you have to rehearse improv if you're spontaneous?
Right.
Well, being spontaneous is a skill. It's like a muscle. You've got to work at it to be spontaneous. It's learning on timing and delivery and all that, and learning how to write jokes on the fly, how to write sincerity on the fly, how to be scripted without planning on being scripted.
Right.
So it's very zen and paradoxical.
Okay. So if you would say that everyone can do improv, would that be lying?
I would say everyone does improv already. You get up, you go through your day, you talk to people, you have feelings and emotions. You already are acting in some way, right. Whether your boss comes in and asks you, hey, do you like me? And you have to lie and say whatever so you keep your job. You're always doing improv no matter what.
Yeah.
It's the question of now, can you learn to be spontaneous and improvisational when you're on stage with lights on and you've got an audience? Can you still be yourself to the nth degree? Can you still be an exaggerated version of yourself?
Right.
That's the key, and that's what takes practice.
Okay. Now, how long have you been doing improv?
I've been doing improv formally. I've been the artistic director for the Village Idiots since 2008. Before that, I was with Jiva Comedy Improv for several years. I was part of my college improv troupe. I was part of doing improv back in high school, so I've been doing improv since like 1996. So.
Okay, so you're a pro.
And I'm old.
You're an old pro?
I'm an old pro.
All right. And what if somebody new, not an old pro, would want to join and be a part of your troupe or anywhere around Rochester? What can they do? You
know, Rochester, for its size, is burgeoning with improv troupes and improv comedy and just a lot of theater and talent in general. We're one of, I think, five professional troupes. There's something close to a dozen collegiate and professional troupes of just improv comedy in Rochester. We're one of them. One of our main goals is we want to recruit as much new talent as possible and give people a chance to learn. Usually, most improv troupes hold open auditions, and they decide if you're good or not, if you're good enough to be a part of them, and kind of do that. Or they might offer classes.
Right.
We take a different approach in that since everyone is already doing improv, we let you come in at the base level and we teach you skills as you need. And over a couple of months, as you get better, then we move you up in rank. And so the top ranked people perform, get first chance to perform, and the lesser ranked people get to fill in whenever a top ranked person isn't there. We're one of the few troupes we're the only troupe that performs every Friday and Saturday over at the Village Gate. So we've got a 40-seat studio. We perform for, if there's 40 people in the audience or one person in the audience, we're always doing a show every Friday and Saturday.
Right.
So there's ample opportunities for people to get their chances to get on stage and learn how to do this without a lot of background training, but that's what our rehearsals are
Right,
for.
and they work their way up.
And they work their way
up. Yeah,
up
that's one of the things that I really liked about being with the Village Idiots is not just like they throw you in there, whatever you know, it's a progress. It's like kind of like improv school.
You don't actually learn how to do improv or what's funny and what's good until you failed in front of an audience.
Right.
So I'm big about getting people up there, taking a chance, taking a risk, and then sitting back and then talking about it in rehearsal, what worked, what didn't, and then trying it again, trying something completely different, but using that muscle to keep working at it.
Okay. So. And so the Village Idiots are every Friday, Saturday?
Every Friday, Saturday over at Village Gate.
Village Gate. Okay, very nice. So what are your shows like, quickly, for those of us who haven't been?
There's actually like 4 different kinds of improv. There's on one side, there's short form improv, which is kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway, Wild 'N Out, very game show-like shows. You get a game, and you tell the audience, here are the rules how to play this game, and you start playing the game, and 4 to 7 minutes later, you're done, you move on to the next. Can I get a new suggestion? You play a new game. So you kind of just run through a whole bunch of games. That's short form improv.
Right.
The next step from that is you just get 2 actors on stage, and they just start performing. They don't even need a suggestion from the audience. They just
go with it.
It's very open, and
Okay.
therefore you've got what's called an open scene. So that's another kind of improv where it's you don't even have to let people know that you're doing it. You're just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you take a whole bunch of open scenes and you start crafting them one scene after another scene after another scene, and you have a beginning, middle, and end, well, then you've got long form narrative. You've got a story, beginning, middle, and end. And as a result, it could be like an improvised movie or an improvised play. And then on the complete opposite end is long-form narrative. And this is like considered modern improv out of Chicago and New York, where long-form improv is you get one word from the audience, and then you have like 6 to 8 players in the back, and they all just come and start doing something. Doing scenes in front of you, just based on that word, based on a previous scene. It's very modern, very organic, creating this kind of improv. So there's a whole range of kinds of improv. Different troupes in Rochester focus on different kinds.
Yeah.
We are ridiculously stupid in some regard in that we want to do all of it. So this month we're doing short form. January we're going to do a long form thematic, and we'll just jump back and forth doing different styles. So that's kind of our thing, is we have no style.
Okay. Very nice. And then this year you did you held the Fringe Festival again.
The Rochester Improv Fringe Festival.
Which was the second one?
It was the third one.
The third one.
That we've held.
Okay. So I have a video from that. I
Okay.
cut some clips of all the groups that went in there, which were from Rochester and Buffalo. So when we come back, we're going to get to that video. So stick around.